wahala don happen again for the Senate House, which is National Assembly. The moment Senator Oshiomhole blast the NNPC, say they be bunch of criminals. He say NNPC there's still over 210 trillion naira, and say these people they be thief. He say they don't fit give account how that money go about. My people, come see wahala, not be small fight o, not be small drama for the Senate House. Even Senator Akpabio, Senator Negi, and Senator Abaribe, all of them they go dey fire back against Oshiomhole. Say wetin go make Oshiomhole talk like that? My people, come see fight, come see drama, come see provocation for the House of Senate. I don bring the full video for una make una watch am. After watch am, drop your opinion for the comment section and don't forget to like and share. Make it reach more people.
Audit report accused the NNPC of not accounting for 210 trillion naira. And I give you a window. The auditors appointed by NNPC says NNPC alleged about 103 trillion was money deposited into bank accounts, and that those banks have gone under.
Senator
And then we ask, these banks that have gone under, name the banks and how much was in each of those banks.
Mr. President, you have to rule on the order under.
Distinguished Senator Oshiomhole. Distinguished Senator Oshiomhole. The only thing,
sir,
the only thing that the whip of the Senate is Senator Benson Kenbowe. You were once a speaker, so you presided over the House of Assembly of Bayelsa State. Allow me to say something. If you interrupt me again, I'll use my powers under this rule, like you used to use in Bayelsa. Let me bring this thing to an end. This is Senator Oshiomhole.
In 3 minutes I will round up.
No, I will. The only problem we have is that the motion was very specific. The motion is saying that you described NNPCL as being made up of a bunch of criminals and thieves. And that is what the motion of the leader is, that it was unparliamentary. Huh? Illegal? Okay, no, the aspect of illegal warrant of arrest could be a function of lack of reading of the Constitution, and I will address that on my own.
Why don't you allow me, Mr. President, with your permission? Let me just round up.
So, distinguished Senator.
I will speak to the issue of...
distinguished Senator.
Sir.
Distinguished Senator. We have a lot of things to go into today that will benefit Nigerians. This issue is a distraction. Let me say that, please sit down, sir.
Sir, I beg you, allow me. You have put me on the witness box before the world. Allow me freedom to hear. There are two sides to a question. If we are too busy, why did you raise it without even calling me in an executive session?
Do you know how many
minutes? If you want to crucify me in public, I will defend myself in public. For God's sake, whoever has power, we must all exercise it with wisdom. Before we dismiss one of us, we should be allowed. You can sentence me to prison, but allow me to defend myself.
This is Senator Oshiomhole. You have 1 minute to round off.
Thank you so much. You are very generous. Even though you spend, I conclude. First, we did not. It's a pity the chairman of the committee is not here. We acknowledge that the committee by itself does not have power to issue the bench warrant. That this will be communicated to Your Excellency, the Senate President, who has that power. Number two, this motion was not moved by me. It was seconded by one of your principal officers. None of those names have been mentioned. It is as if we went there on our own. Now, my choice of words, we have senior advocates here. Even in matters of murder, if you can establish that you acted under extreme provocation, the court will take a second view. This Senate, under your leadership, was being attacked. Our collective integrity was called into question. You were accused of nominating your children to work in NNPC. And here we're asking questions about 210. But what I want every member of the House to hear is that two issues. That NNPC claim over 107 million was in banks that have been liquidated. Without listing the name of the banks. Second, that about 103 trillion naira was by drivers and tankers that carry product of NNPC and they cannot account for it. Sir, I have a duty to the Nigerian nation first, and may God punish me anytime I knowingly allow my responsibility to be compromised by people who think they have money. That is why I said, among other things, that the laws of the Senate will be meaningful when we use it to deal with people who have money, who are lions, not when we harass innocent poor civil servants. I said so. Now, with regards to my use of the word thieves, I acted under provocation because your distinguished members were being attacked unjustly, and I thought I have a duty to defend all of us. Other extreme provocation that a man who cannot account for 107 trillion he claimed I deposited in various banks that have gone into liquidation. He did not name the banks. He did not name the amount. And the auditor said this is not correct. Not my opinion. That is the auditors. 9 times on your authority, we invited them. 9 times he did not show up. So is that an embarrassment to me or to you? If people think that NNPC MD is bigger than this issue of the Senate, I stand alone to say no. Everything in the Nigerian Constitution, I've read it. And I want to plead with you, sir. Don't publicly accuse senators of being ignorant of the rules. We are knowledgeable of the rules. We have done you proud by citing those rules. Yesterday, Senator Babangida read the rules to explain to those appearing before us that they are not doing us a favor. I'm not into inquisition, but you gave us a job to do. So when somebody abused my brother, abused my sister senators, I should say I should give him ice cream. I wanted him to know that he does not have the monopoly of being vulgar against the Senate. But if it is your view, that even when senators are being abused, I should apologize. I have no difficulties. Even by my size, only the law can keep people like me walk the street freely. Because without rule of law, I don't have the physical mind to protect myself. But it may not be said that I was there when this Senate was abused, when senators' character was maligned, when we are accused of nominating our children to get employment.
Point of order. So Senator Oshiomhole, you have made your point.
I will add up this thing. Those words about you are thieves, you are this, those came out of extreme provocation.
No problem.
On a good day, I know for a fact. I have friends in NNPC who are gentlemen and women. There are responsible managers in NNPC. So I do not intend on a good day. This is what you wanted me to do.
Your 1 minute conclusion is over.
I do not mean to say that every employee of NNPC, the entire institution is a house of fraud. No, that was the product of extreme provocation. And I hope you will take it as such.
Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Take your seat. Now, let me say the Senator.
I only want to add that the statement made by distinguished Senator, His Excellency Adams Oshiomhole, former governor of Edo State, is, with due respect, is reckless. And it is unfortunate because it undermines the integrity of not only the NNPC, but even the federal government of Nigeria. Because the NNPC is the cash cow of this country. The revenue coming from NNPC is maintaining this country. Mr. President Senate is also aware that during deliberations on the matter, comments were attributed to distinguished Senator Adams Oshiomhole, describing NNPC Limited as, quote, a bunch of criminals and thieves, unquote. Senate is also aware that the Senate, as an institution established under the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is bound at all times to conduct its proceedings in accordance with the principles of natural justice, fairness, objectivity, parliamentary responsibility and decorum, and respect for the rule of law.
Comrade Adams Oshiomhole, to withdraw that statement, it will make good to this Senate that will be asked to withdraw that statement publicly, so that it will be on record that he withdraws the statement. He was a good governor, a good legislator, but possibly it's a slip of tongue. It's not good to make such statements in a public place, because our future, my future, your future, the leaders' future, all of us, our future lies in this country. We have no other country. For bringing this motion this morning, because NNPC is a very mega company in the world, not only in Nigeria. Anything that happens to NNPC happens to all Nigerians. Our income comes from NNPC. 90-something% of our income comes from NNPC. But, the foreign exchange component of it. The leader have just shown that he's leader of the Senate, because it is not good for any committee or individuals to criminalize a big company like NNPC. It's unacceptable by all of us. It is not acceptable at all, because this is a life wire of the economy of this country. I also want Comrade, His Excellency, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole, to withdraw that statement. It will make good to this Senate that will be asked to withdraw that statement publicly, so that it will be on record that he withdraws the statement. He was a good governor, a good legislator, but possibly it's a slip of tongue. It's not good to make such statements in a public place, because our future, my future, your future, the leaders' future, all of us, our future lies in this country. We have no other country than this country. I transact business internationally, and I want to be respected. Please, Mr. President, not only in speaking our rhetorics here, I would like you to call on Adams Oshiomhole to just withdraw the statement quietly, so that we can be on the same standard. There are procedures for any committee to do something. If a committee you are chairing or you are a member of are going astray, you call them to order and give them direction of the rules. Let them follow the rules. There's nothing wrong in summoning anybody or issuing warrant of arrest, but it has to be done properly by the procedure of the Senate. Thank you, Mr. President, for giving me this opportunity.